Welcome to another episode of Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. I'd like to do a very big shout out to Neil, Hellboy 59's Diecast Wetwerx, for sending me a very nice package. And seeing as I have a lot of stuff, he didn't know what to send me, but he did the next best thing, which is very much appreciated. Stickers to go around for my channel. And he also sent me some diecast vehicles to play with. So I'll show you a couple of other stickers which will now be shown prominently in my videos. Catch you in a moment. Well, Neil is almost correct that I have 6 of everything. I don't quite have 6 of everything. Some I have more, some I have less. But in the stuff that don't have the stickers, but I do now, thank you Neil. This, he also sent a Vanguard of a Vauxhall Cresta, I think it is. Yes, a Vauxhall Cresta in the Legion taxis from Sydney colours from the 50s and 60s, and I remember them quite well. That's going onto my shelf for collection. Thank you very much, Neil. That was very much appreciated. The other things that Neil sent that I can play with is a Matchbox fire engine. The back part of the ladder is, the main ladder is broken, but we can surely fix it. Yes, I do have 2 more of those, so not 6, but I have another 2. What I don't have another one of, I almost got 2, because I just sent Martin Dare one of these, a Maystone Noddy car, but I'll have to do something with this one now. Don't know what, but we'll keep it there. Again, another Vauxhall, which is the early ones. I do have 1 more of these, but in not as good a condition as this one. So we may do a double restoration on that one. Now we have a Aston Martin from Lesney. It's one of the early ones. It's already been painted. So we may leave it as it is, because I don't think I could improve on it, really, to tell the truth. You see my videos. No, it's not like Paul Jones, Midlife Models, where he says ruined to refreshed. Mine are usually from refreshed to ruined. But I try to improve as we go. I have to admit myself that I am a lot better nowadays than what I used to be. This is another vehicle that I do not have, and it's another Matchbox, if the camera will focus. It's an ERF truck. This one I do not have, but I do have the, I think it's the milk tanker or something that's in that colour, the Tate truck, which would be a similar blue, so I may do those 2 at the same time, seeing that they're the same colour. Another vehicle that I don't have is the Pickford's removal van. And the best part is, it still has the door inside. So Neil, thumbs up, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. This is the sort of thing that we do in the DMC, or the Diecast and Modelers community. You've heard me say that we share ideas. We also exchange ideas. Sometimes someone might say, oh, I'm looking for this car or this part, and one of the other members may have it, and we'll pass that on. Or, so if I have a vehicle here, I'll try and make it. You've seen me that I do make parts in my videos. Anyway, I'm waffling on, so let's get cracking on what today's video is going to be really all about.
Welcome to Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage, where we get to play with Matchbox cars, Dinky toys, Foggy toys, Majorette, and quite a number of other different brands that are out there. Adult supervision required at all times, because you just never know what's going to pop up on your screen. Content on this channel is aimed at the adult community as it contains strippers. So hot, it'll take the paint off vehicles. Nudity. Naked vehicles. And a man playing with his tools. What else is he going to do? We've got strippers, and we've got nude cars. He has to play with something. Here are some of our previous attempts to give these vehicles a new lease of life. And I think I did not a bad job, if I do say so myself. But there's always room for improvement. So come along to see what's in today's episode at Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage.
So today's video is going to be about the Dinky Toys Lincoln Continental. Now, I've only ever, as a kid, back in the 60s, when these came out, only remember them as being in this colour. There are blue ones out there, which is about the shade of the blue for that ute that Neil has made out there as well. I don't know when that came out, but we shall try and do a restoration on this one. I know for a start that I'm not going to get an exact match for this colour, but we'll get close to it. While we're here, we'll have a better look at it. No opening doors, but the boot opens, and so does the bonnet. It still has the engine. It still has all its pillars, A, B's, and C and D's. So you've got A, B, C and D. The screen is in quite good condition, as does the interior. Well, it should, because it's sealed. It is missing 2 tyres, but everything else is there. We can make a mould of the original tyres from the back, which you have seen me do in previous videos. It is missing a pair of jeweled headlights and its bucket, but that can be rectified. I may not be able to make the bucket, but I may just put the dual light in, the dual relight in, and we'll see how that looks. If not, I can always make a mould and do that. So Alright, next, if I get my tongue to work properly, the next session is disassembly. See you there. Before I get onto the bird tool on the Dremel, it has two posts, one where my left thumb is, and it has another one over here, and they are raised dome type posts. So as I usually do, I use the Dremel tool to grind it down, and then we'll pull it apart. So we've ground down our top of the posts, and I've only just took the front part off with the separating tool, so we should be able to come out. So we'll have a look-see that this does have steering. So I'm going to leave that axle in, and that axle's not too bad either, it's all straight. So there's no point in taking that out. We will probably cover the wheel hubs. Don't know. I'll think about it, because they will come apart. The camera will focus, because they do have splines. If I can find my pointing tool, there we go. Just inside the hub here, you can see some splines, so they should pop off. We may give it just a little bit of heat, and maybe, just maybe, we might take the axles out. Don't know yet. We'll see how we go, how we progress. So, what we'll do is, straight off though, is we shall take those back tyres off, and we shall start putting them into a jar. So what else is next? Well, that was the boot. So that is held in, and the pressure and everything else is falling out. Lovely. Alright, so there's our rear bumper. We'll put that into there. Our glass and interior. I'm not going to even try and pull that apart. It does have some markings just down the bottom here. Now, the wise thing would be to leave that alone, just polish the glass up and leave it sealed. So that might be the wise thing to do on that one, for me. And like I say, when things are on camera, it goes a little bit pear-shaped. So the bump is held on by the post, and when you squeeze the base on, put that aside. The bonnet, will be held in somehow. Stand by. There we go. Our bonnet is in. I'll turn it upside down. You shall see that the posts are just on either side here. So when it flops out open, it's just a little bit of a push and a twist, and it will come out. Now this was painted at a different time to the rest of the car because it is a slightly different colour. So, glass is out, the boot is out. The boot is most likely held in with the glass. So we'll put that aside. So the only thing left to get out is the engine. And the engine is held in by these two items here. So let's see how we go there. Alright, so that's the push back, and out she pops. So we may put a wash through that engine and give it a little bit more detailing, like the battery. Who knows? Anyway, so we'll stick that in our container over there. That's our plastic bits over there that we need to wash and do the screen polishing, and the rest here go to the strippers. So we shall see these people shortly. Well, before we go and see our lovely strippers, just want to point out that it'll be advisable not to drill out these posts because they are both shallow. This one will go into the trunk because there you can see the other side of it, and this one is also a shallow one because you've got the engine and it comes out about here, so you don't want to really drill. So what we're going to do with this one is, like I have been doing, is just using Martin Dare's Super Duper, and because we'll get a flush finish. This one's a little bit higher, but by the time we get our bumper in, it will bring us to that point there where it'll be flush. So that would be my recommendation, using a bit of Super Duper to glue it all in place. Okie dokie. So let's see if our girls will come very soon. Catch you over at the venue. Well, it's that time. It is that time. We take it all off at Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. I hope so. Otherwise it'll be an awfully boring video. So our participant is in there. Our strippers are in there. Now I'm going to do my part and give it some hot water. Not a big fizzy reaction, but it's coming. Maybe because I've had the caustic soda in there for a few days but not had it covered, so I've been busy with work. So we'll let that do its thing.
Spunky.
It is fizzing,
Spunky.
as you can see here by the rear. The boot and bonnet are there, and the paint is lifting off there. Yeah, so, and as you can see, the bottom of the doors, it's starting to lift there as well. So, I get to stay and watch our strippers at work for you guys. We'll be back shortly, and we'll have a nude vehicle, I hope. So, we'll catch you in a moment. I'll have some fun with our strippers. So we'll see you in a moment. So majority of the paint has come off, which is nice. So now, with the help of the brass wheel and the steel wool scourer, we shall polish this up. So, we'll catch you in a moment. And it's all shiny. So our casting is all nice and shiny now. Our bonnet and our boot lid. I haven't decided about the base of it yet. I'll figure it out as we go along. But the next time you'll see this, we shall be in primer and we'll get ready for paint. See you there. So here we are in my paint booth area. And you're going to say, but you didn't show us that you painted it. Of course I haven't. Of course, I haven't given it its final colour. We've given it a base coat of chrome, and then we've given it a bit of gold to help with the candy part of it. And I'm using Play-Doh to hold the bonnet and boot lid in place, because I like to paint them at the same time as the car and not separate. That way I get the same colour on both items. So, and I've got the clamp on the front and the roll, just so I've got a better balance when I put it down. We're going to use the handy dandy rechargeable airbrush like I always do at 99.9% of the time, and we'll shall see what the results will be. So let me get set up and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm set up now, so we'll turn it on. Let me get the paint pot out the way, otherwise we're going to have an accident. So let's see how we go. Because the colour that I'm using is a candy, I'm going to have to go over it a few times to get the colour that we require. But you should be able to see there's a big difference from that to that. And let's see how we go across the top. Looks like I might have to do a little touch up on the front there. each layer when you do a candy colour. Makes it that little bit darker. So I shall carry on with this off camera, and we shall come back when I mask it up, because we've got to do the roof, of course. See you there. Oh dear, mishaps happen. Just as we're getting round to the right shade that we need for the bronze, the clip which I had holding the front gave way. You fall to the floor, and this is what happens. So I'm undecided whether I'm going to do a complete strip down or do like what I've done in the past on a couple, is just strip the roof and this tail section just below the back window. Strip it down. No, it's going to have to be a complete strip, because I've just seen all the chipping here, the chipping right on the nose, and of course the boot. So it's going to have to be a complete strip, and we'll go over again and we'll bring you back when we've got it the bronze again. Catch you in a moment. And here is our finished Dinky Toys Lincoln Continental. It wasn't in too bad a shape. It had lots of chip paint on it. It was missing 2 rubber tyres. It was missing a pair of headlights. So we've done a repaint. We have replaced the headlights. We have made 2 rubber tyres. We have polished the windscreen. We had a boo-boo on the painting, but we have fixed that, as you can see. So I'm quite happy with this. The colour that we used was a orange copper metal cast anodised paint, which I had decanted from a spray can, similar to this one, which holds 11 ounces or 311 grams, which cost 18 Australian dollars, compared to a little jar of paint, which is roughly about that size, which only holds 13 mils. Would also cost $18. I'd rather spend $18 on 311 grams or 18 ounces than $18 on where are we? We're on 0.44 of a fluid ounce. So there's the big difference, and that's where my saving comes out, and it all goes through the airbrush that I use. Anyway, enough waffling. I hope you enjoyed this little video. The colour match was quite close to the original. That's what I'm happy about. I'm happy about that we've got it all together without having too much problems. If I didn't have the problem with the clamp, we would have had it painted in one go. Anyway, again, thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time on Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. Bye for now.